All right, let's just dive right into this. I want you to picture a challenge that sounds, well, deceptively simple. There are no barbells, no dumbbells, no rest periods. It's literally just you, gravity, and the instruction to drop down and stand back up 100 times. It sounds kind of like a basic high school warm-up, right? But the sheer physical toll this takes on your system is absolutely staggering. In this explainer, we're going to peel back the layers and map out exactly what goes on under the hood during this intense physical gauntlet.
So you might be thinking, 100 squats is just a really long exercise in getting tired. But the reality? It's this fascinating, highly complex chronological breakdown. When you begin, you feel invincible. But by rep 20, your legs are absolutely going to start burning. By the time you hit rep 50, your own mind is actively going to start negotiating with you, practically begging you to quit. And by rep 100, your body is completely different from when you started. We're talking about a total physiological transformation in just a few short minutes.
To really understand this, we're going to break this biological journey down rep by rep, minute by minute. Think of minute 1 as covering reps 1 through 30. Minute 2 drags us into the deep water of reps 30 through 70. And then minute 3, well, that's the ultimate test, pushing you from rep 70 all the way to 100. Let's look at exactly how those physical and mental hurdles escalate.
Okay, phase 1, reps 1 to 30, fresh energy.
When you start those first couple dozen reps, everything is clicking. Your nervous system is firing efficiently, your form is crisp, your breathing is totally controlled, and honestly, you feel like you could go all day. Why is that? Well, it's because your body is cruising on ATP. That's the quick, stored energy that's already readily available, sitting right there in your muscles. You're basically coasting on a pre-packed energy reserve. And let's be real, it's giving you a total false sense of security.
But here's the catch. Even though you feel totally fine right now, there is a silent shift happening in the background. It's called metabolic stress. As your demand for oxygen increases, your muscles begin producing lactate. Now, you don't really feel the consequences of it quite yet, but make no mistake, your body is already shifting gears and locking into endurance mode.
Moving right along to phase 2, reps 30 to 70, the struggle.
Things are really changing now. That fast ATP we talked about, gone. Now you're relying heavily on anaerobic glycolysis, and your quads are absolutely on fire. The sweat is pouring down, the fatigue is heavy. But we actually need to bust a major fitness myth right here. Most people will tell you that the intense burn you're feeling is lactic acid. Actually, scratch that. The scientific reality is that it's hydrogen ion buildup. Your muscles are practically swimming in hydrogen ions right now. And that is exactly why every single movement is starting to sting.
In this zone, your body is under massive compounding pressure. First off, your oxygen supply simply cannot keep up with the demand of the movement. Second, your muscle fibers are actively fatiguing with every single repetition you grind out. And third, and this is perhaps the most important part, your brain is increasing your perceived effort. This is exactly where brute physical strength meets sheer mental endurance. I mean, the weight of your body hasn't changed a single ounce since you started, but somehow every rep feels drastically heavier than the last.
And now we enter the final frontier. Phase 3, reps 70 to 100, the grind. By this point, your slow-twitch muscle fibers are just completely exhausted. Done. This forces your body to desperately recruit your fast-twitch fibers, the ones usually reserved for sprinting or explosive jumps, just to keep you moving up and down. You are experiencing massive systemic pressure right now. Your heart rate is skyrocketing, desperately trying to find whatever oxygen it can pump through your body, and you're dealing with total, full-body fatigue. It's definitely not just your legs anymore. Your entire body feels the immense weight of the challenge. Which brings us to one of the absolute most fascinating biological defenses we have, central fatigue. This is the point where your nervous system actively steps in to limit your output to protect your body from what it perceives as extreme harm. Your brain is essentially looking at the damage and the stress and literally screaming, "Stop!" It is actively trying to force you to quit. So we're no longer just talking about muscle failure. This is a massive psychological battle against your very own nervous system.
So, you survived? What's next? The aftermath, adaptation. If you actually manage to push through that brutal grind, your body upgrades itself in 4 major ways. It's like a software update for your muscles. Step 1, your muscular endurance increases, meaning your legs become far more resistant to fatigue in your daily life and in sports. Step 2, your metabolic conditioning improves. Because of that crazy elevated oxygen demand, you're actually going to burn more energy even after the workout is totally over. Step 3, better muscle recruitment. Your body learns exactly how to activate more muscle fibers efficiently under extreme stress. And finally, step 4, mental toughness. You become so much more comfortable with discomfort, and that resilience carries over into literally everything else you do. Keep in mind, this doesn't replace traditional heavy weightlifting, but it beautifully complements it.
Time for a quick reality check. Smart training.
Now, before you jump off the couch, attempting 100 nonstop squats every single day isn't automatically a great idea, especially if your form breaks down. Poor form risks excessive knee stress, dangerous lower back strain, and ingraining really bad movement patterns into your muscle memory. The smart alternative? Break it up. Try doing 3 to 5 sets of 20 to 30 reps with a controlled, steady tempo. Use progressive overload over time, and always remember the golden rule of fitness: quality always beats chaos.
So the ultimate takeaway from all this science is actually pretty simple. Calculated stress forces your body to adapt. After 100 squats, you don't just get tired. You become vastly more efficient, highly capable of handling stress, and incredibly resilient.
We've mapped out the biology for you. We've talked about the fire of the hydrogen ions, the massive mental wall of central fatigue, and those incredible physiological adaptations waiting for you on the other side. So I guess the only thing left to ask is, can you finish all 100 without stopping?